do da do da do da do da do do da do da do da do da do.
Welcome on,
Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome
step
to
right up,
Ricky's
step right
podcast,
up,
big
boys
and
and
small.
girls.
Welcome
Don't
to
be shy.
Ricky's podcast, one
It's
and all.
Ricky's
Welcome to the
Podcast,
podcast now.
the greatest podcast in the world.
Welcome
No rules,
on,
no
welcome
script,
to
no
Ricky's
reason,
podcast, big
no
and
clue.
small.
The
Welcome
best in the
to
West,
Ricky's
and
podcast,
nothing
one
more you need in
and
this
all.
life.
Welcome to the
Ladies and
podcast
gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for
It's
Ricky's
Ricky's
Podcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Ricky's Podcast. Been a hot minute for me, at least. It has been a good while, but I'm back and I'm ready to go. You'd think I'd be ready to go. Unfortunately for me, I've still never learned to plan these things ahead, so we're just gonna play it as it is, I guess. Yeah, had me some midterms. That was pretty good. Not hitting you with the not jokes right off the bat, but yeah, man, this last week's been it's quite a doozy. You know, it's just one of those weeks. Everything just happens at the same time, but that's over, and I'm alive, so I've got that going for me. But yeah, got in the mood of talking to myself, as I tend to do lately, it feels like. So, figured if I'm gonna be doing it anyways, might as well record it. Free content, I guess. But I don't know. It's one of those things. It's easy to talk to yourself kind of the short term, but to do it for an hour straight, man, that takes some getting used to for sure. Still trying to figure out the old levels on my new microphone here. Now I've got, I don't know. I did a little bit of testing, and it seems to be doing okay, but I don't know. We'll see. Luckily, the pressure's off because nobody listens to this thing, so I just get to do what I want, and that's that. That's right. At work, they opened up Saturdays at Nanini. Plug Nanini Library. Great library, I must say. Very nice library. But yeah, it's really nice. Staff is great. Coworkers are excellent. Really feeling the old connection with the pages there. So I suspect that I will be very happy at Nanini. Yeah, it's 9:00. Running off of 6 hours of sleep the night before, so yeah, I guess you've got an hour of stuttering to get through. So yeah, good luck, man. Whatever kind of lunatic brings it upon themselves to listen to this, good luck with that. But anywho, got that. It's pretty great, man. It's amazing. I don't know. It's probably just a honeymoon period or whatever, but I'm really digging Nanini. Don't mean to go talking smack on no libraries, but definitely my favorite of my the ones I've had to be at temporarily, which Himmel was honestly just a bit of a drag. I was just kind of bored a lot of the time, so ain't a whole lot to do there. The pages were kind of kept to themselves, didn't want to talk a whole lot, so unfortunate, but not really their bad, I guess. It's just the way it is. Oro Valley, Oro Valley is a good library. Oro Valley is a great library. Didn't quite click with the rest of the pages the same way I did here at Nanini, so I don't know. That's really the highlight for me. It's also a well-lit library. It's one thing that I never learned to appreciate until I went to Himmel. Which is just feels like a cave, honestly. Which, it's a cozy atmosphere, but It's not my scene, I guess. So do with that what you will. But yeah, it's a well lit library. They are a bit envious of Abbott because we got like a boatload of computers. Which, dude, going to other libraries, I never realized that. Yeah, we have like a ton of computer, or comparatively, a ton of computers. Blows my mind. I don't know. Someone there at Nanini also was talking about Woods might be a good, but she wasn't quite sure. I don't know. Might have to go there, check it out sometime. I'm sure there's some great libraries out there just waiting to be discovered. So, oh well. There's one page at Nanini. Always cracks me up. You ever, dude? I don't know if you ever feel it, but I only recently started coming across folks that I swear to God, like, look, I know that there's some people out there that may find me humorous, I don't know where they get that from, but, there's people out there. But, my God, I swear, with some people, like, I'll whip out the worst material I've got on them, and they will laugh like it's the funniest thing they've ever heard. Blows my mind, man. It's gotten to the point to where even like just like the premises of jokes will set them off, and like it's like, all right, well, I don't even need to finish the joke because you're already off. I don't know. I don't know if it's just a thing that I deal with, but. And I always thought that, oh, maybe it's because they got a little bit of a thing for me, but no, they do it with everybody. Everybody they talk to, they're just laughing everything they say. I really, yeah, blows my mind. I don't get it. I do not get it, but hey, laugh's a laugh, I guess. Whatever, I'll take what I can get. But yeah, man. Oh yeah, the whole reason I brought all that nonsense up. Yeah, so yeah, there is a page who's basically that, which I don't know, because she does have a bit of an accent, and I get the vibe that she doesn't, her English is quite good, don't get me wrong, but every once in a while I can like tell there's a gap in her vocabulary where it's, I don't know, but I don't know. She laughs at like everything I say and everything everybody says. The slightest things will set her off. It's crazy. I wish I had that sense of humor where just everything is funny. I'd be a whole lot happier, tell you that. Not that I'm unhappy or anything. I'm a happy dude. I'd like to think. I prefer to think that I'm a pretty happy dude comparatively. Compared to my peers, but yeah, that's just a funny little thing that I've come to notice. But, she's pretty cool. Pretty cool page. Yeah. Yeah, I thought I'd have more to talk about, but oh well. I guess that's that for Nanini. So yeah, I'm at Nanini Saturdays. It's going to be a good time. Rock and roll. All that jazz. But, Abbott's okay. There's a bit of a lull. It's unfortunate not having patrons in there. Kind of like working at the library without the patrons. It takes away like 80% of the conversations I have. It's always with patrons, man. Dude. I know that there's people, man. I know people. So good friends of mine. I know people that they hate people. They don't like people. I don't get it. I love people. I could talk to like a random person for hours, honestly. I'd love to. I'd love to sit down with just a brand new person, just talk. It's exciting. It's always nice to meet new people. I can whip out my A material that they've never heard before. I can tell them stories that, that are new to them. They can tell me things. That's why I love people, man. I love people. That's why I love the library, man. Like before times, because you get to talk to the patrons and stuff, and most people are really cool. Don't know what to tell you, but anywho, that's my little tangent on that. Thought I'd share. Trying to remember how much people know because it's been a hot minute since I've done a podcast. So, I don't know how much I need to catch people up to speed, but I don't know. I guess I put whatever information I want to put in here, and you guys can sift through it at your leisure, as you're bound to do. But yeah, I've been watching some movies because Justin, Luke, and I've got added a film club on top of our book club. They both meet on the same days, but we talk about the book and we talk about the movie. Just one big happy family, I suppose. So that is that. Yeah, I'm watching some good movies, man. I watched Jojo Rabbit. Definitely my favorite movie so far from Film Club. Dude, it's like one of those movies, man, just geared for me specifically. Just, it's got the type of humor I'm into. It's nice and dark, and also it makes me super depressed at times. So, I don't know. For some reason, that's just the combination that suits me. It's hard to explain, but it manages to strike that balance between comedy and depression, which really, is pretty much what I'm all about. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like throwing in some depression jokes to really spice up the content. But again, I'm not too sad. I just like depressing movies. I can't explain it. I don't know why. I'm not a sad person generally. I don't know why I like such depressing movies, man. Because, that one, I like Synecdoche, New York, which is just... Talk about movies that make you question your existence, man. Dude, that'll ruin your day. Ruin your week. They really... Man, it's a heart-wrenching movie, honestly. Reminds me of Blade Runner, which I watched just very recently. Yes, last night, as a matter of fact. I watched the Blade Runner final cut for people who care. I watched the final cut, which seems to be the cut that's everywhere, so... whatevs. But, watch the final cut of Blade Runner for the first time last night. It's a great movie. I really liked it, man. But it does make me quite, have a bit of a existential crisis. I don't know. Because honestly, I kind of relate to the old replicant thing, man. Dude. I mean, I don't know. I tell people that pay attention. If I had the option to live forever, I don't care what kind of philosophical I don't care what kind of afterlife there is or anything like that, man. But if I could have the choice of living on Earth with people forever, man, I mean, honestly, I'll probably do it. If there's a way to live forever, I'd probably take the chance. I don't care that everybody's going to die around me, and all that. I'll make some new friends and life will go on. But I don't know, that's just my philosophy, I guess. My way of thinking of things. Anywho's, that's that. Man, I got to get back into the swing of talking to myself because I've had the help of guests for the last couple, and those couple were pretty spaced out, I must say. Pretty spaced out, but, what are you going to do? Everybody's busy. Everybody's got midterms, so fair enough. Not everyone's got the time to, drop an hour or two. So, what are you going to do? But, man. It's been a hot minute, man. Love to be back, though. These are always nice, man. They're like my own one-person therapy sessions. I just get to talk about myself, and there's nobody who can stop me. It's always nice and self-indulgent. But hey, you don't have to listen, man. You can feel free to click off, man, whenever you want to. This is just me, just going off. But I don't know. A lot of times I question whether or not I even want people to listen. Because, of course, it's a long-running joke that nobody listens to this podcast, which is true. But honestly, I'm not even sure I'd want it any other way, man. The way it is now, it's like personal and, intimate. Because it's just me, I guess. I guess it's kind of less of a podcast, more of like an audio diary, I suppose. But just, because it's for the public's consumption. I don't know, can't really, can't get too intimate, you know what I'm saying? But, I make it work. It's the best I can do at the moment. And, oh well. Honestly, there ain't that much to me anyways, so it's not like I'm hiding much. But, oh well, it is what it is. Man. Nothing like a bit of the old awkward silence to really divvy up. I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm a little bit sleepy. I kind of jumped in here balls first, but definitely did underestimate how sleepy I am. I'm a bit drowsy, honestly. And, dude, this whole last week, I've just been staying up way later than I ought to be. And it's taking its toll, man. Taking its toll. Ugh. But, oh well. I suppose that's life for the moment. You win some, you lose some. I suppose I'll have time enough for sleep later on. But, man, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of just want to think about it when I get there. I know it's unhealthy to do, but, man, I'm just exhausted. I kind of don't want to go around making, permanent decisions when I'm this tired, this sleepy. But, oh well, what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Is that one of my catchphrases? Because it ought to be. What are you going to do? Man. What about it? I finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Well, I suppose caught up because apparently there's another season that's going to come out. That'll be the final one. So I do look forward to that. But for now, I'm caught up. And, dude, excellent series, I must say. If you haven't seen it, you should because it's great. Definitely recommend. Andy Samberg, hilarious. Terry Crews, always great. Pretty much everything he does. Just the perfect guy for all of his roles. He's like I feel like at this point he's become like a Samuel L. Jackson type where it's just people will write parts just for the sole purpose of him playing it pretty much. Honestly. But yeah, Terry Crews is great. And that is pretty much the extent of the actors that I know by name. Everyone else I just know by their character names, so what are you going to do? Captain Holt, always hilarious. Love it. I don't know. It's one of those shows, man, just, it's funny, it's light, it doesn't try to be too deep most of the time. It has its moments. Honestly, my least favorite episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine are the ones where they try to get all serious. All of a sudden, man. I just love the goofiness and the I don't know, going off, doing things, making me laugh pretty much. Those are the highlights when I get to laugh, man. I don't want to go, when I watch my sitcoms, I'm going to be real. I don't go in looking for, commentary on police brutality or police racism or anything like that. I just want to, I'll be honest, I just want to like just a funny show, makes me laugh, makes me feel good about the situation I'm in, you know? Makes me, assures me that life isn't all doom and gloom, you know? I'll be honest, I'm a bit of a sucker for the old hopeful sitcom, you know? It just makes you feel good, good about the world, good about people. Because a lot of shows, man, that, I don't know. I don't know. I need to think about some examples that I can think of, man, that were what I was thinking of. Man, all of a sudden I can't think of any TV shows. I can think of things that don't even go for it, cuz like Friends. I'm taking Friends for example. They're just, I mean, they're silly and they're, all that, but honestly, it just like, the I don't know. I like a sitcom that makes me feel good, I guess. And like Friends doesn't make me feel good. I mean, at this point, I mean, I've seen all of Friends, and I remember the first time, my first like kind of watching through Friends, I thought it was pretty funny. I really enjoyed it, but honestly, then I saw it a second time, and it's like the exact opposite. Like, I don't think I laughed like once, which I guess I don't know. I don't know if they've just got one of those shows that, the jokes only work if you don't see them coming. And then when you do, they just don't work, But I just did not enjoy it as much the second time. But I don't know. I just like, shows that kind of like are just a bit of a hug, a genuine just hug. It's really hard to explain, man. It's real hard to explain, you know, exactly what it is. Because, Friends has its kind of heartfelt moments, but they just don't hit. I'll be honest. I don't feel them, man. They try to be all heartfelt. You know what I think it might be? It's that they're trying that, they're making these heartfelt moments, but they're trying to make heartfelt moments. And you can tell in the writing that they're like, oh, we're going to put a hopeful message so that, people have hope or whatnot. But, I think that kind of, it cheapens it, I guess is the best way to say it. It cheapens the message when you're like visibly trying to make things hopeful. Honestly, it does the worst thing of all, where you're just like, oh, if you have to like rack your brain to figure out why the world is a good place to live in, I feel like you're completely like missing the point of what you're trying to do. Because the world is a good place to live in. You don't have to. I don't have to think too hard about it. It just is. I don't have to convince myself of anything. Of course it ain't perfect. Of course it's horrible things happen a lot, but enough good things happen to make it all worth it, I guess. I don't know if that's a bit too try hard. I don't try hard at anything. So I guess you got that. Can't be try hard if you don't try. But I guess that's kind of what I'm talking about, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I feels like, that they understand that the world's a good place. Things like that. What was that thing? Everybody Loves Raymond. You know what? I don't think Everybody Loves Raymond gets enough love. I don't know. Just nobody talks about it. Every time somebody lists off like their favorite sitcoms of all time, every news publication prints out their top 10, top 20 sitcoms of all time. Everybody Loves Raymond is nowhere to be found, and I cannot understand why, dude. It's such a good show. Such a good show, man. I mean, even though that I've never seen Ray Romano in like anything that's even come close to matching it since. I don't know. Ice Age was pretty good. I will say that. Okay, that's not entirely true. Ice Age was pretty good. Nice little chunk from my childhood, but Everybody Loves Raymond, such a classic. Grew up with the show, which I'm sure plays a huge part in why I love it so much. But You know, I feel like it needs more love, man. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those shows that just, there ain't enough, political commentary, man. Which I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna be the one to say that sometimes sitcoms, they don't need a deeper message. Sometimes you just want to have fun, okay? You don't want to go thinking all the time. You want to go examining things. You want to just relax, and just have fun. Whatever was wrong with that, I guess. I don't know. That's just what I think, I guess. But like I was saying though, it doesn't really, it makes me feel good, I guess, about the world, because everybody knows characters in real life, that are like those characters, and you're like, yeah, that's true. They're beautiful people and they exist. Who would have thunk that there's good people in the world? But I don't know. I guess it's just what I'm on. A bit corny or whatever, but oh well. You don't have to listen, so, do what you want. What was I even talking about? One day I gotta make my, top 10 sitcoms, comedy shows, whatever. I gotta make that, and, just, I don't know. Just so I can have it. But I got some more shows I want to watch, so I don't want to go, don't want to don't want to blow my load too early, folks. Yuck, yuck, yuck. But, whatevs. Whatevs. Met this person in the Nini library. She's really great. Gives me some great recommendations. At least from what it's funny. I remember they were great recommendations. I don't remember most of them, honestly. Unfortunate. Ugh. I remember we did the whole icebreaker thing, I assume everybody's had the icebreaker where they're like, if you could have dinner with 3 famous people, who would you want to eat with? Living or dead. I don't know. I know that I had that. It's like a classic icebreaker for me, at least. I remember it was part of I remember when we went on trips with the orchestra, to California, that they'd have the sheet that they'd give you, and one side was the itinerary of what we were gonna do every day, and the other side was icebreakers, which I always found to be quite hilarious because, sorry to go coughing on middle of my thought, but up to that point, man, we spent so much time with these people, man. What do we need icebreakers for? Which I get, because the other orchestras were also there, so it's we gotta break the ice with the rest of your peers, but you spend in 90% of your time with the same group of people. So I don't know. They're honestly a bit boring. We just kind of meme on them. We ask each other those questions just for fun, I guess. But yeah, so talking about those things, I remember she really liked presidents for some reason. I could never imagine why. Dude, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a bit of a dick, but I'm not sure I'd want to meet any of the presidents. Honestly. I don't know, man. Honestly, even the better ones, man. Even the better ones, you take George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, whatever, Teddy Roosevelt, I don't know how cool they'd be. I don't know. I feel like there's a bunch of people I'd want to meet way before I got to meet those guys. But I guess that's just me, man. I don't really have the... Because it's funny, because she asked me what 3 people I'd want, and I, could only think of one, Thomas Pynchon. course, face the channel, praise Thomas Pynchon. You know, he seems like, funnily enough, he writes the most balls to the walls, insane books just you ever read, man. The most insane books. And honestly, like Gravity's Rainbow, messed up books, honestly. Pretty, like, gnarly books. But honestly, from what I've heard about him, which of course ain't much because he, you know, hit himself off from the world. But that alone, honestly, makes him probably the most, he's got to be the most normal person. Or rather just the most normal author ever. He probably is just a normal guy with like an engineering degree and some military experience where, you know, just a normal dude, I feel like. So yeah, Thomas Pynchon, great. And I was thinking of Wes Montgomery because he just seems like a cool dude. You know, you watch his concerts, he's always smiling, always vibing. You know, I've heard stories about him and how he's always, you know, always great to hang around. He was clean pretty much his whole, you know, he's clean his whole life, which is rare for a jazz musician. Apparently they used to call him Father Wes because he was, you know, didn't do any drugs, didn't drink a whole lot of alcohol. So he's just a guy cool with the world he's in, which I can respect. Man. So yeah, I don't know. I guess him, I wouldn't mind, you know, getting to know him a bit, you know, just talking with him. Unfortunately, he's dead, so I guess I'll never get that chance. And Thomas Pynchon's on the way out too, if he's not already dead. Which makes me extremely sad, man. Makes me extremely sad that, like, he might never make another book again. I don't know. I've been having this, like, existential crisis, you know, just, you know, about death and all. And it just bums me out, as you can imagine. Thinking about how time is limited. You know, come to realize that time really is the most precious resource we have in this world. You know, more than money or nothing, but I feel like that I'd never really appreciate the time I have as much as I ought to. Because honestly, it could all be over tomorrow. You know, probably won't because I don't imagine tomorrow's going to be very adventurous. But let's say this week, though, it could all be over this week. This could be it. But I don't know. I just like to think that, you know, I'm doing what I can. I like to think that, you know, I'm trying to keep myself happy, fulfilled, I guess. So, do with that what you will, but I don't know. I just kind of been in this whole thing. I guess kind of makes sense because I did watch Blade Runner. And, you know, I finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which finishing a sitcom, man. Dude, you have never seen a person more depressed than, like, as soon as I finish a sitcom I really loved. Like, when I finished, like, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, or when I finished Everybody Loves Raymond, or when I finished, like, Community, you know, I just, like, or, you know, just like when I finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm just bummed, man. I'm bummed. I'm super bummed that there'll never be a new episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. Bums me out, man. Bums me out. You know, I get bummed that there's, like, pretty much, like, I'm like 99% sure that there's never going to be another episode of Community. You know, bums me out. You know, luckily Brooklyn Nine-Nine's getting another season. And luckily I've heard It's Always Sunny is also getting more seasons. So I've got that to look forward to. But, dude, if you ever want to see me just super down, just, you know, try to get a hold of me when I just finished, you know, a great comedy show. It'll bum me out. Not gonna lie, it'll bum you out. Just, because you got no more episodes. You got to find a new show now. Which, now I'm kind of looking for. I don't know. I've been watching a little bit of Futurama. But, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's quite my thing. I might go back to South Park, actually, now that I think about it. I did, while I was watching it, I did really enjoy South Park. Which, it's a classic show, and I can see why, because it is actually quite good. It is actually quite good. And luckily, it's also quite long. So, and they're still making more, so I should theoretically be good for the foreseeable future. As long as they keep pumping out South Park episodes, and as long as they're still good, giant asterisks beside that, as long as they're still good, then I'll still have, won't be disappointed. But, eventually that's going to have to end too, and that'll also be quite depressing, but yeah, I guess that really is just the nature of things. They've got to end sometime. I think about a lot of times just, dude, things in the past that I didn't know were the good old days, which I feel like a bit of a cliche thing where, you don't know what you got till it's gone. But man, just reminisce, nostalgia rather. I think about my senior year of high school, man. Dude, that was like hands down the happiest year just ever for me. Hands down, man. Just, just one of those years, I was respected by everybody. Everybody liked me. I had friends that I saw on a very regular basis. We'd hang out. We did crazy stuff. We did fun things all the time. I got to really let loose, it feels like. And film club was great because I got to feel important, Orchestra, nice and emotional, last year, so you get to, that last orchestra trip to California, it's always so sad because that's it. But, God, I don't know. You'd think it'd make me way sadder, but I don't know, man. It makes me so, I don't know. Again, this is gonna be cheesiness the episode, so but whatever. Nobody watches it, so who cares? If you don't like it, just click off. There's like 27 other episodes you can choose from. Just whatever, and there'll be more in the future. So whatever. But I don't know. Makes me happy. Makes me happy that I got to be so lucky to have everything I've had and continue to have. Makes me quite thankful and grateful to, all my teachers, all my friends, people from high school, people from beyond, people that, honestly, just, it really is the little things that'll get me, man. Just like, that'll make or break my day. It's the small things. Which, sometimes good thing or bad thing, whatever, but, it's always the littler things. Somebody smiling at you in the morning. Unfortunate because we got masks. It's probably the worst thing about masks, man. Because, yeah, it's hard to breathe, and mine at least, it's hard to breathe in because it's just literally is taped to my face, just blocking out all the air, so hard to breathe in my, or it's, I just get less oxygen, so I'm like, if I do things too strenuous, I'll get lightheaded and stuff, but worse than that, though, is not being able to see people's faces. Dude, that's the thing I really miss, man, seeing people's faces. I don't know, there's got to be like a evolutionary explanation, but dude, just I genuinely really miss seeing people's whole faces. It's one of those crazy things, man. That's the thing I'm looking forward to the most. It isn't, it isn't going out, going to a bar, going to, fucking Bookman's with your friends, or going to a restaurant with them, or going to a park, a public place, going to the swimming pool. It isn't that, man. It's just being able to see people, normal people, and seeing people, that aren't depressed as hell, man. Because let's be honest, people get a bit down when, they're stuck. But, I don't know. That's the thing I miss the most, man. Seeing people's faces. The craziest thing, man. At Abbott Library, man, there's people who, like, I'm not used to seeing their whole face now. Like the new manager, honestly, I've gotten so, like, I've only known her in The Mask. I've only seen her face like a couple times when she gets like a drink of water or something. But like just having the face there, man. Never had it. It's gonna be bizarre when the masks come off. My supervisor's a similar deal. Everybody in Nanini is that. I've never seen their faces, So. But I guess, something to look forward to. It's something that really bugs me, man. It really, like, irks me. That it's nobody's fault, but, whatever. Dude, hearing talks that they've, like, new strains, new whatevers, virus, or vaccine-resistant versions, pisses me off, man. I don't know what the deal is. But I don't know. I don't know if it's political. Probably. Nowadays, everything I say, everything a person says is political, so what are you even gonna do? But, dude, I get sick of it sometimes. I get sick of the news. I wish that, I don't know, honestly, dude, if I could shut off just my news feed, just stop telling me these things. I don't want to know them. They're not bringing benefit to my life. You know, there's like the old cliched saying, ignorance is bliss. It's not ignorance, honestly. It's what you choose to fill your head with. Because, you say, oh, ignorance, man. You're ignorant because you don't want to learn about all the horrible things happening in the world, Oh, what, you must, you don't want to hear about the children starving in Africa, or the wars going on in the Middle East, or just the violent death all around you at any given moment. The virus that is, gonna murder a third of the population. What, you don't want to hear about that? Oh, you must be ignorant. No. Listen, you choose to be ignorant to whatever it is that you're not listening to, man. Because if you're just filling your head with, with just death and disease and war and just despair, you're ignorant to the good things in the world, man. It's what you're not getting. You're not getting the good news. Which, I don't know, kind of going off on a whole thing there, but I don't know, this is honestly how I feel, man. I don't think it's ignorant to not want to feel hopeless all the time, I don't know. I just wish they'd shut up once in a while. Because it's not helping anything, man. I get they gotta make money. I respect that. I respect a good hustle when I see it. And, I don't know. I just shut it all off. Take a break, man. Take a break from my phone, honestly. I need technology to get my schoolwork done, which is unfortunate, but, dude, if I could just turn it all off. Turn it all off and, read a book or something. Dude, I love to read, but, dude, it's hard because there's so many distractions that are so much more stimulating that it just... And look, I've got this monkey brain that wants the super stimulating every time, if I was that mouse in the experiment, man, I'd be hammering away the button to give me the pellet of sugar every time, man. Just give me maximum stimulation. Which I guess is something that I gotta, that I'm still examining in myself. See how I want to deal with that. But, dude, above all, I could just use a break. Just, get some sleep, honestly. Get some shut-eye. I just keep going to bed later and later. And, dude, it's really is negatively impacting the quality of my days. Because that's the thing, man. You think, I don't know, at least me, when it's late at night, I'm like, oh, I'll just, give me a couple extra hours, and then I'll get up early too, and then, then I'll have even more time to do stuff. But no, what really winds up happening is that you're going to be exhausted the whole day. So you just lose a whole day. That's it. You just lost the day because you decided to stay up a couple extra hours. It's the reality of the situation, unfortunately, which, I don't know. I don't learn, man. I don't learn. I don't learn from my mistakes. That's why I keep making them. You gotta respect a guy that learns from their mistakes, man, because it's hard to do. It's hard to change that behavior. You gotta, got the habit in your sleep schedule that you're gonna stay up super late, as late as you can bear, and then you're gonna get up as early as possible so you could get a head start on the day. It's not a healthy way of doing things. And honestly, it's the less productive way of doing things too, man. But what do I know, man? I'm just a guy. I'm just a dude. I'm just a guy with a microphone. That's all you have to be anymore. There's no companies that had to vet me. Nah. Just a guy with a microphone saying what he wants to say, I guess. So do with that what you will. But, oh well. It's just what it is. I was feeling a bit down, honestly. Before recording this thing, I was just kind of like, didn't know what to do. Didn't really, I don't know. I might still start watching a movie or something. Read the book and read some Grapes of Wrath. But, I was kind of in a thing where I'm just sitting there, like, and I was like, dude, if you're just going to sit there, just talk to yourself, just do it in a microphone. So here I am. And honestly, it's, it really is a fulfilling thing, I feel like I'm being productive, and I mean, just full, honestly, it is therapeutic, honestly. I recommend it, man. If you don't already do, like, solo podcasts, would recommend, because they really are quite therapeutic. But, dude, I wish I could convince everybody to do a podcast. I don't know. There's a lot of people that I would love to hear, just hear them talk for a hot minute. Good a while, long time straight, but oh well. It always cracks me up. I mean, anybody who listens to, if anybody in the future should listen to these things, they would know. But the way I am solo here, wildly different than how I am with, Justin or Luke, or anybody else for that matter. A lot more serious when I'm alone. A lot more, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit pretentious to go off saying I'm all philosophical, but honestly, a little bit more philosophical, introspective, but it's just the way I am when I'm alone. I don't know. I wish I could just crack jokes all the time, which I do. I do crack jokes with myself. But, I don't know. I'm such, I'm always trying to put up with the show for people. That, it's nice to just be serious every once in a while and just, let it loose. Whatever that may be. That's why I would recommend. I know not everybody would be able to do it. Not everybody has the stamina. But look, man. If you can just crank out 10 minutes a day or 10 minutes a week, 10 minutes a month, however much you do, just, whatevs. I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the podcast crusader trying to convince people to start podcasts. But honestly, I kind of feel it, man. A lot of folks that I'd love to hear what they got to say about things, but hey ho, who knows? Anywho, that's that. It's the final 10 minutes. This is the part where sure, if nobody was watching before, negative people are watching now, man. I can't imagine, but it's nice because you get to let loose, Nobody's listening, so, you get to say what you want, which I got to do this whole time, but oh well. Anywho, yeah, I'm open to suggestions. Nobody's gonna watch this, but if you do, open suggestions, drop a comment, like, subscribe, share, do what you want with it, But yeah, feel free. I guess for the first little bit, while I'm, not any kind of not a big YouTuber by any stretch of the imagination, I still kind of stick around while, read comments. I will ignore the negative ones, because it's healthy. Honestly, way healthier to just ignore them. But, you leave a comment, I like it, I'll reply. I'll reply to you. But yeah, appreciate it. No one's gonna do it. Let's be honest. But hey. This thing has just been so all over the place. I don't even know what parts I've explained. But yeah, that one page from Nanini, not the foreign one, the other one, that she was recommending What We Do in the Shadows. The movie. She recommended the movie, but I might get into the TV show, because maybe that's good too. Who's to say for sure? But yeah, that's what I'm going to get into that. Great movies I've been watching. Oh, I've been meaning to take notes. I don't know. I'm a bit of the old. Let's be honest. When it comes to these old things here. See, I can't look at my, I can't do my phone and then also this at the same time. But I've been like keeping a history, I guess, of the movies and books we've been reading and watching. Which, I forgot to do this last one, but I'll make that up just fine. But yeah, so that I can, I don't know, help you catch up, I guess. I'm just writing down what we got, or what we've watched and will watch. Yeah, let me finish typing this, so that typing what we are going to watch. Ah, crap! What's the new Blade Runner called? The sequel. Blade Runner 2049. What a weirdly specific time. But that's that. That's what that is. But yeah, 8 movies, I guess, technically. But yeah, our order, we watched Good Will Hunting, which, it's a good movie. However, I will say so far it is my least favorite of what we watched, which, unfortunate. Which, luckily, I don't know, guess it's a good thing, because it means it's only uphill from there. That the first movie is my least favorite. One day it would be good to rank these with the boys, see what they like. But, yeah, we watched Good Will Hunting. Okay, I think it's just kind of okay. It doesn't really hit me the way it hits other people, but it's alright. And then we watched Pulp Fiction, classic, love it, great movie, recommend. That was Justin's pick, which Justin's got some banger picks, man. Justin's got some banger picks. Honestly, like, of course I'm going to like my stuff, but even myself included, I think Justin has the best picks out of all, but we'll get there. Yeah, Pulp Fiction, great movie, classic, love it. Then my movie, Rubber, bit of a meme, honestly. But look, man, I love it. I stand by it. Rubber's a great movie. Great movie, undeniably dumb. But it's a great movie nonetheless. It's a movie I watched when I was a kid, which I almost definitely shouldn't have done. It's like way too weird and violent for a kid, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, Rubber, man. Great memories. Great memories. And then we watched Spirited Away, Luke's pick, which definitely step up from Good Will Hunting. And it's also one that I saw when I was a kid. It's a good movie. Good movie. Got some surreal elements, which I always appreciate. But yeah, Spirited Away. And then my favorite movie so far, which I've said before on this podcast, actually. But yeah, then Justin's pick, Jojo Rabbit. Beautiful movie, man. Holy cow. I've already told you why I love it, so just, if you want to hear it again, rewind back to that bit. But yeah, my favorite out of all of these so far. And then my pick, Eraserhead, which 2 for 2 on just the pure balls to the wall weirdness scale, which I think I'm gonna steer away from in this next pick. So, oh well, might take a little bit of a break from the weirdness, but anyways, that's that. Eraserhead, great movie. David Lynch's first feature film, which couldn't get funded for the longest time, as you can imagine, because it's like super weird. But yeah, classic. And then Luke's pick. Just lost my train of thought in the middle because I noticed that I was missing a word. Because it's a double feature this week, where we were watching Blade Runner and then Blade Runner 2049. Get the movie and its sequel in there. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're kind of making a double feature. Double feature is the theme of this round, of which Luke is the first. So yeah, Blade Runner 2049 is his double feature. Justin's is next week. And then it's me. I'm still thinking of what I want to do. I've got ideas. If I can't think of anything if I can't think of anything better, I definitely got my ideas. But, I'll wait and see what that brings me. But yeah, I haven't seen 2049 yet, so, I'll get that done though, like tomorrow probably. But so far though, Blade Runner, excellent movie. Again, watch the final cut. There's like 8 cuts of the movie. Unfortunate, but hey man, I might get to the other ones one day, but So yeah, Blade Runner, great movie so far. Go and watch Blade Runner 2049, and I'll be able to tell you how that is. But yeah, I'm gonna wait till there's like at least 10 of these things, then maybe I'll do a ranking. Do a ranking with Justin and/or Luke. You know what I'd want to do? Do a ranking of these movies, like at 50. At week, like 50. We'll do top 50 movies, man. It's gonna be bananas. You won't want to miss it, boys. But yeah, we'll do that, man. We'll do that. Pretty exciting, pretty fun. And then also the way smaller list is the book club history. Super short. We've all got our one pick. 3 of us got one pick, so 3 books total. Justin, of course, kicked the whole thing off with Dune by Frank Herbert. Which, book that is way longer than it needed to be. Which look, I've said many times, and I will say many times, my opinion on Dune. But look, man, I'm trying to wrap this thing up, so I'm not gonna go too deep. Confederacy of Dunces by Jonathan Toole. Now this was my pick, and honestly, dude, did not live up to the hype I had in my head. I'll be honest. I thought it was just kind of okay, which is unfortunate because it was my pick. And look, man, I want to be the guy that comes in with the hard hitting stuff, man. But oh well. I'll get my turn. And then Luke, right now, we're reading Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. You know, in terms of the quality of the book, Grapes of Wrath definitely. It is the highest quality of book, but honestly, the more I think about it, I think I actually had like a genuinely good time reading Dune. Ooh, weird to say, but you know, I don't know. The memes were so good, man. The memes were so good. I love making memes for that book. It's just beautiful time. I think we also read it over the summer, so you know, I wasn't as stressed out to read it. So I guess I got that going from. Actually, no, it might have been. Might have been when school started. Actually, yeah, because we read Confederacy of Dunces over winter break, like super quickly, and then Grapes of Wrath is now, which we're taking a little slower because we got double features. So that's that. Oh, speaking of, I've got to send out a message to the boys to see when they want to do book club. So that is what I will be doing when I get off the horn, as my jazz professor will say from time to time. Speaking of which, yeah, that's my hour, folks. Thank you very much. If you made this far, really appreciate you. I don't understand you. Don't understand why you do this to yourself, but hey, I appreciate you. So at least you got that going for you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Do what you gotta do. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, deuces. As all my cool kids will say. Anywho, here's the theme song music. You guys know what to do. See you later. See you in the next one, guys.
End of the podcast. It's the end of the